Have you ever wondered what truly separates the rich from everyone else? Is it luck? A high-paying job? A secret inheritance? While those things can certainly help, the real difference often lies somewhere deeper in their psychology. It's not just about what they have, it's about how they think. Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of the rich, breaking down 5 powerful habits and thought patterns that set wealth builders apart from the crowd. Stick around because understanding these concepts might just be the key to unlocking your own financial potential. So, what's the first major psychological shift? It's the mastery of delayed gratification. Most people operate on an impulse-driven system. You see a new phone, you want it. You see a fancy dinner, you buy it. This is instant gratification and it feels good in the moment, but it's a trap. Wealth builders, on the other hand, play the long game. They understand that $1 not spent today can become $10 tomorrow. When faced with a choice, a lavish vacation now or investing that same money into an asset that will grow, they consistently choose the latter. It's not about depriving yourself of everything you enjoy. It's about making a conscious choice to prioritize a more secure and abundant future over a fleeting present pleasure. Think of it like planting a tree. You don't get shade the day you plant the seed. You water it, you care for it, and you wait. The reward comes later, but when it does, it's substantial and long-lasting. The next time you feel the urge to make an impulsive purchase, ask yourself, does this serve my immediate wants or my long-term goals? That simple question is the first step toward rewiring your brain for wealth. This leads us directly to the second habit, long-term thinking. While the average person might be thinking about their next paycheck or their weekend plans, the wealthy are often thinking in terms of years, decades, or even generations. Their financial decisions aren't isolated events. They are pieces of a much larger puzzle. They're not just saving for a rainy day. They're building a fortress. This mindset affects everything. When they buy a stock, they're not trying to time the market for a quick profit. They're investing in a company they believe will thrive for the next 10 years. When they start a business, they're not just looking for a quick exit. They're building a legacy. This long-term perspective provides a powerful sense of stability and direction. It allows them to weather short-term market fluctuations without panicking because their eyes are fixed on a distant horizon. It also forces them to think strategically about things like compound interest, which is perhaps the most powerful wealth-building tool in existence. As Albert Einstein supposedly said, compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. Thinking long-term is how you get on the right side of that equation. Third on our list is a concept that might sound a bit technical, but it's incredibly powerful: making asymmetric bets. So what does that mean? An asymmetric bet is an opportunity where the potential upside is vastly greater than the potential downside. Spenders and savers often play it too safe. They put their money in a savings account where the risk is almost zero, but so is the reward, especially after inflation. Or they might gamble on lottery tickets, where the potential reward is huge, but the probability of winning is almost zero, a terrible bet. Wealth builders look for opportunities where they might risk a small, manageable amount for a chance at an enormous return. This isn't about reckless gambling. It's about calculated risk. Think about an early investor in a startup. They might invest a few $1,000s, an amount they can afford to lose. If the startup fails, they lose that investment. But if it succeeds and becomes the next big thing, their return could be 100 or even 1,000 times their initial investment. The downside is limited to what they put in, but the upside is virtually unlimited. This mindset extends beyond just stocks. It could be investing time to learn a new high-value skill, starting a small side hustle with minimal startup costs, or even building a network that could open doors to massive opportunities down the line. It's about finding those low-risk, high-reward scenarios that others overlook. The fourth psychological trait is a fundamental shift in how they view money. Most people see money as something to be spent. You earn it from your job, you use it to pay for your lifestyle, and hopefully you have a little left over. For the wealthy, money is not a consumer good. It's a tool. It's a worker. Every dollar they have is seen as an employee that can be sent out into the world to work for them and bring back more dollars. Their primary goal isn't just to earn more, but to acquire more assets that generate income for them. This is the core difference between the rich and the middle class. The middle class buys liabilities they think are assets, like a fancy car or an oversized house that drains their income. The rich buy true assets. Businesses, real estate that cash flows, dividend-paying stocks, intellectual property. They focus on building a powerful army of dollar employees that work for them 24/7, so they don't have to. This shift from a spender's mindset to an investor's mindset is crucial. It's the difference between running on a financial hamster wheel for your entire life and building a system that eventually grants you true freedom. Finally, we arrive at the fifth habit, which might be the most important of all: a relentless commitment to learning and self-improvement. While many people stop actively learning after they finish formal education, the wealthy understand that their greatest asset is their own mind. They are voracious readers. They listen to podcasts, attend seminars, and seek out mentors. They know that the world is constantly changing, and to stay ahead, they must continuously update their knowledge and skills. They don't just learn about finance and investing. They learn about new technologies, human psychology, negotiation, and leadership. This commitment to lifelong learning is what allows them to spot those asymmetric opportunities we talked about. It's what gives them the confidence to think long-term when everyone else is panicking. It's what helps them understand the complex systems that govern wealth creation. They're not just investing their money. They are perpetually investing in themselves. The return on investment from self-education is immeasurable and can't be taken away by a market crash or a bad economy. It's the ultimate foundation upon which all other wealth-building habits are built. So let's recap the 5 key psychological traits of the rich: mastering delayed gratification to prioritize the future, adopting long-term thinking to see the big picture, making asymmetric bets to maximize upside while limiting downside, viewing money as a tool to be invested rather than a good to be spent, and embracing a lifelong commitment to learning. Notice a common thread here? It's all about mindset. It's about discipline, perspective, and a proactive approach to life. Building wealth isn't a mystical process reserved for a chosen few. It's a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned and cultivated. By starting to integrate these 5 thought patterns into your own life, you can begin to shift your financial trajectory, moving from a path of spending and consumption to one of building in abundance. The journey starts not in your bank account, but in your mind. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore the fascinating psychology of wealth. I hope this gave you some valuable insights and practical ideas you can start applying right away. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next video. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these habits resonated with you the most? Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.